Hi guys, my name is Miss Picky Parker and my quote of the day today is Kuba na ririmi ra vumbirhi hi ku fuwa moya wun'wanyana, and that is in Xhosa.
Homegrown Radio.
Hello, Sanbonani, Dumelang, Abusheni, Dimasiari, Dimadekwana, wherever you are watching this from. This is the second episode of Let's Talk Lingos. Today I'm with the guy. Last time I was with a woman, the femininity was reigning. Now I'm with somebody with masculinity. Not sure if he has muscles though, but Kesana Sautini, because Xhosa wakuthi, you know how Xhosa people get.
When you said masculinity, I'm looking at myself and like, okay.
My brother, what is thy name? Who is thy name?
Ooh, wow. My name is Lwazi. Those who know me call me Suicide Beats. But Lwazi is my it's not my government name. It's my home name. I don't like to say government because I wasn't given by the government. So I like to say my home's name. Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
So I know about whenever I hear the word Lwazi, it can either be Zulu or Xhosa. Yeah. So which Nguni are you?
Ngumxhosa.
Ongumxhosa. Owakwabani?
You? Ngulwazi okwamdingi uvalela ukupela uchawana isikhulu.
Nango ke zithutha.
Yeah, just gonna give you that.
Come on.
Yeah.
Hey guys, it's funny how this guy just decided ukuzithutha, while the topic of today is fitting in. We're talking all things fitting in. How do you fit in terms of the language you speak?
Wow.
So on that note, we're going back. I'm going to highlight my favorite quote, which is, if you speak to a man in a language he understands, it goes to his head. If you speak to him in his own language, it goes to his heart. On that note, we have just begun. So, Butiwam, what does fitting in mean to you in terms of language?
I think fitting in means, like speaking the relevant language, if I can say. I think that's what it means to me. Especially I would say, especially in Joburg, right? We tend not to speak more often our home languages and stuff. So we create our own lingo, right?
Oh.
Yeah. So I have to know if I'm here. So I have to mix a bit of Tswana, a bit of Zulu, a bit of Sotho, and a bit of English. So and then that's what we create. So me fitting in to the guys here, so I have to know that certain lingo. So I have to speak the way I have to, So I mustn't come with such close as some say
You won't fit in.
No,
So
there's like too many, what do we call it?
Technicalities in speaking your language.
Yeah, there's too many technicalities. Sometimes I can speak close and I'm like, wow. I can't believe I just said that. No one could understand this besides any other close person. So I guess it's one of those so-called cool street lingo creations
where you fit in. Yeah. So you are saying something very crazy here, or rather it's something nice, because you're talking of fitting in pushes you to create a new lingo. So do you think fitting in, the idea of fitting in was where the birth of Spitori came, Tsotsital came? Do you think that was the birth of it?
Yeah, okay, yeah, in my thing, I most definitely think that's where it came in, because I think fitting in, you have to fitting in from something, right? Mm-hmm. You have to move away from where your originality, okay, and then go create something, and then then you're like, okay, cool. You're no longer part of that. Not necessarily, but you're no longer part of that speaking whatever language. Then now you fall under this language, the Spitori thing and
Tsotsital.
Or Tsotsital. But if you check all of these languages, they all have our native language.
True.
They all have that. So we just don't want to speak, or if I don't want to speak. Speedy,
clean. So yeah,
it's too much admin. I just need to butcher everything.
Just put in one.
Yeah,
two.
Just shortcut it.
So how long have you been in Joburg?
It's since 2016. 16. Yeah.
2016.
Yeah.
So it's been that long.
It's not that long. Well, yeah.
So how long did it take you to either fit in by creating a language that people get, which is the lingo of Ikasi, maybe that you stay, or it's you altering your native Xhosa to fit to make sure that, hey, Betunana, if I don't shape up, situation will charm me.
Yeah. Well, because the person I grew up in Eastern Cape, but then I didn't grow up in Eastern Cape, I grew up in Northwest. So if you know Northwest, it's like Sotho or Tswana.
Yeah, a mixture of Sotho.
Yeah, so that's what I grew up around most. So from an early age, it was already like Tsotsita language I didn't understand. I was like, okay, there's this, they're mixing a bit of Xhosa and then. So I grew up to understand. Okay, cool. We're not really speaking Sotho here, but we're not really not speaking Sotho. We're just speaking whatever it is that we. So then from then I got to understand. Okay, cool. If you're from Kasi, there's definitely something that's going on. So this is how you act when you in the streets or when you're in Ekas or wherever you are. So then me coming to Joburg, I was like, okay, cool. I already know what is happening. Yeah, the mixture of the Lingos and whatnot. Then I got here, I was like, okay, cool. They speak Zulu. I've never actually had to come across any Zulu or whatever. So I'm like, oh, okay, they speak Zulu. I'm like, okay, well, I'm just going to bend across a little bit and then I'm going to fit into the Zulu.
So according to you, can you say that you speak more than one language? Or you just feel like it's still one language, I have a mixture on the side?
Well, I used to speak more than one.
You used to?
Let me be honest. Yeah.
Okay, this is interesting.
I used to speak more than one. Me growing up with Sothos and Tswanas, so I used to speak all of that.
Okay.
Yes.
Like clean Sotho, as in Musotho wa heso nchamme.
Yeah. So now,
wow.
so now I moved. I think I don't know what happened. When we meet people, right, we come across different characters and whatnot. So I guess I hanged out with a lot of Xhosas. Then I'm like, let me speak my own Xhosa and then I spoke a lot of Xhosa and then I forgot how to speak other languages. Wow. So now when I speak Sotho, now I have to rethink. Oh, am I saying this correct?
You need to think in Sotho.
I need to think in Sotho. Okay, now it's cool. So now it's no longer this. I'm no longer fluent as I used to be. But I used to speak more than one.
Talk about fluency. China out. The white people call it the ruffles. Do you have luck in your system? Does it run in your blood?
I mean...
So you born luck. Please choose. There are different languages in this cup of mine. And choose a language. One paper put.
Okay.
One paper. I did a lot, but tatama chance, tatama million. One day is one day. I wonder which one.
Should I
yes.
Oh God. Okay.
I want to hear it.
I don't forget to say it, but you, Kunze.
It's funny how Xhosa people are associated to Afrikaans because I think you're close to the Caps and dance situation. Afrikaans. Oh, child.
That's primary Afrikaans, so guys,
I have another, visitor here on my table. I like decorations, so I've decorated my table. In here is what we call a quote of the day. Hope you can see it. Quote of the day. So you are going to read the quote of the day later, and then you translate it to Afrikaans. So Afrikaner people, men said also, he's about to butcher, and I'm not part of. So last language, as we're moving closer towards wrapping up this podcast, you know what we do. We work with you to analyze and understand why do we have so many languages in the world, in South Africa, but nonetheless, can we speak them? Because if we speak in each other's languages, they get whatever we are talking about or whatever we are telling each other, it goes directly to our hearts. So whenever you are there, if you're about to meet a Zulu, a Xhosa person, I can see even his face changes, yabo. It's not like I'm saying, so you know, like, you get what I'm saying? Yeah. It's a different story. So, guys, I hope you are enjoying this journey with me and we are learning these different languages. I have a question for you.
Okay.
What is the one word or phrase that no matter how much you altered your Xhosa, you stick to? You know, for example, if you feel like you're lost. I know how, I used to watch, there's a comedy, old comedy, Nzino Insizwa.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so there's a guy there who used to like, Ma me shang. So it was a phrase that whatever happened, whenever he says, Ma me shang, it went different. So which phrase or sentence or word that no matter how filtered you are with your Xhosa now that you're staying in Joburg, you're staying in a different environment, you still stick to or you still use?
Okay. You know, like growing up before I even understanding English, so I used to always say, I feel like if I pray in English, God won't hear me. So I feel like if I pray in my own dialect, and then now I'm talking to God. So there's this phrase, it says, Tikon of F. That's like whenever I come a shock or whatever something, so I always like
Tikon of F.
You know, so I feel like whenever I say that, I may connect with God.
You connect with God.
Yeah, so that's
you just spoke something very profound, you know. You reminded me of. I just want to share this that. My dad is, you know how old people are raw into their languages. So my dad is Motsonga, like he's that
straight
guy.
Up, yeah.
So, and with him praying or whatever, he always yells us like, God will not hear you when you speak English. You know, you were coming all right and you were coming all right and connecting to God. You just said English, friend. So my brother here says, guys. We are moved to Tiko, guys. Like
that's one thing.
It's a pure connection.
Yeah.
On that note, he's about to deal with the code of the day. Let's go. I wouldn't cross fingers for you because it's not going to change. Like.
So what's this?
Because I phoned I get English.
Okay. Ooh, yeah. A different language is a different vision of life. By who there? Federico Fellini. Am I right?
Yeah, Federico Fellini.
Yeah. A different language is a different vision of life.
What a deep quote. A different language is a different vision of life. Hey! Ithathe ke uzithi Africans uyithi papa ke Africans. 5, 4, 3, 2, it's about to get down. 1.
Yeah. As I told you, I had a problem, not speaking different languages now, as I'm used to speaking one language. Yeah. Wow. I literally can't even start. That's how bad I am at African. I'm not bad, I'm terrible.
Another one of our guests owes us a 5-second video saying the code in Afrikaans, which will be the opening of our next episode on Let's Talk Lingo. On that note, Nganakati Motsonga, the one and only Mburi Yabalams, and this is Let's Talk Lingos. I was with your boy,
Lwazi, aka Suicide Beats.
Yeah, Lwazi, Kesana, Uzai Betty Africans. Want to see you next time.